My passed away.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is your host Ria Mohamed on Next Gen right here at Radio Al Antar. From exploring current trends to delving into pressing issues like social justice and mental health, this show fearlessly tackles the pivotal subjects that resonate deeply within our generation. My mission is to embody authenticity, relatability and humor, ensuring that even the most challenging discussions become accessible and engaging, creating a space where listeners can feel understood and entertained simultaneously. Now today we are stepping into a courtroom. Now, not a courtroom with judges, wigs and legal jargon. A courtroom where every one of us is part of the case. And the case before us tonight is the people versus the algorithm. Actually today, sorry about that. Tafika's here smiling at me. Now, the charge that the algorithm, our phones, our feed and our endless scrolling may be raising Gen Z more than parents, teachers, communities and even family. Now, before anyone panics and throws their phone or even radios across the room, we are not saying technology is evil, okay? We are asking a question. Who is shaping our character? Who influences our values? Who decides what we laugh at, what we buy, what we think about, what we compare ourselves to and how we spend our time? Our family? Our faith? Our feed? Now today the prosecution, my dearest friend Risa Mullah, and myself, the defense, will battle it out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing today?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm a little bit fluid today, so mind the grogginess.
Oh, that's not good. Well, you sound perfectly fine, but
Thanks.
inshallah I hope you get better. And I'm really glad, well, you agreed to join us today, because I was actually surprised when you said yes, you'll come through, because I mean you're unwell, so I really appreciate that. Jazakallah.
Thank you for having me again. I was here last year. It was much
Yes,
fun.
it was wonderful.
And I'd love to be here again with you.
So, of course, well, we know you are an educator.
I am.
I mean, okay, you're now on school holidays. How are we feeling?
I'm much better. Much deserved.
Yes, 3 weeks, am I correct?
3 weeks.
So
correct.
my mom is a teacher, so she's very, very happy that she now has a break from teaching and going through a ton of work.
Is it really a break for us women? Is it
really a break?
No.
With me, I was just thinking about, okay, so of course I'm 3 years out of school now, and I mean I should, I guess, be having my holiday because I'm studying, right? I should be having a holiday too, but I'm also working. Very happy with where I work though, alhamdulillah. But I guess I don't get that holiday.
Be,
It must
be
be nice.
grateful for the 3 weeks.
Enjoy
Very
it,
grateful.
have fun. Now, as I said, today we are going to battle, I guess, the sort of debate, but also speak about how we feel toward the algorithm compared to us as human beings. So of course our lovely listeners are going to be the jury for today. Now, order in the court now. Okay, the accused today is the algorithm. So for those who are wondering, an algorithm is basically the invisible system deciding what happens on your social media feed. So it learns what you watch, what you like, what you pause on, what you share. Then it gives you more of it. Like, I was just thinking about it, like, I mean, I'll be thinking about something, or maybe it's because I'll search something on TikTok, okay, relating to a certain topic, and then I'll start thinking about it. Then I see on Instagram and TikTok and whatever apps I have, a ton of that starts crashing in the same content. I'm like, how do they know? So, okay, do you think that the system has become, more of a digital parent?
I think we've given our children the opportunity or use it as a means to keep them busy.
Yeah.
While life happens.
It does.
We have things, you have duties. I think even when you go into places like a restaurant, which I've been through recently, everybody else is chatting and the child is busy watching Coco Melon or watching some other YouTube video and scrolling. So as much as we don't want to say that it's a replacement for a parent, but I think a busy parent uses it as a means to occupy the child while they're busy doing life.
Yeah.
Everybody has responsibilities, but I think there comes a point where there's moments that only a parent can give to a child, not a phone.
Yeah.
So as much as we don't want to say it's replacing a parent, I think subconsciously, consciously, we're on the fence with that.
Yeah,
it is kind of replacing parenting to a certain extent. Would we say parenting, or would we say as a means to just keep them occupied while we just go about our daily life?
Because like, okay, what I do see, like, okay, I agree with you 100%, but what I do see with some parents, some kids end up becoming very difficult, and the only thing that can calm them down or keep them is the phone or an iPad or tablet or whatever. That's the only thing that calms them down. And now this is basically the resort to everything. Your child doesn't want to eat their food, phone,
unless there's a phone in the front.
Yes. Your child doesn't want to do their homework. Okay, here, watch a little bit of TV. I mean that's how
it's a means to pacify them.
Yes,
it's a means
indeed.
to pacify them before they actually, if you don't do a certain task, then you won't get the phone. So it's used as a means of reward, as well as a means of punishment. Like if you don't do X, Y, and Z, then I will take the phone away. And what I've noticed is children have withdrawal symptoms when the phone is taken away. They don't know what to do when the device is not there.
Yeah, because I feel like, okay, even with our generation, right, the phone steals our attention, the phone steals our sleep, it steals our family time, it steals our focus. Like, okay, with me, I mean, okay, I'm working, right? At work, I do have to use my phone quite a bit for, whatever stuff that I need to do. But then also, like, I mean, when I'm home, I have a long day of work, I go home, I just want to, relax. But then I'm on my phone. And when I say, like, the phone steals our family time, it's like, I get home, I barely spend time with my family, honestly. Like, I'm going to be completely honest, because I'm tired, and then I go into my phone, I watch something.
You zone out.
Yeah, completely. And I guess, well, that's what happens. Like, after a long day, you just want time for yourself. And then it also steals our focus in a way, like, okay, for example, I'm studying, you're studying too, right? And, I mean, with me, like, I just got done with exams, first semester exams, and at times I would be like, okay, wait, I'm on TikTok, just one more video, okay?
One more video.
And then it goes to like, okay, just 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go back to studying. But then it took a while for that to come, and I think that also comes up with procrastination. That is a huge thing.
I think we become lazy. Like we said, one more video.
Yes.
One more video becomes 10 more, and then the time goes by. What we were supposed to achieve within that day becomes just sitting with the phone. You do become lazy. You use it as a means to sit with it while you eat, sit with it while you're doing work, and then your focus instantaneously gets shifted. I mean, coming from an educational perspective, I think we're dealing with that with our kids. Studying time, but they're reaching out for the phone. And then you do see a significant decline in results because I want to catch up with the World Cup recently. It's just the updates, but the updates become scrolling through other things. So
I get that.
But we also feeding into it. Like you said, you want to zone out, but grab the phone first.
Yes. That's the main source. That has 100%. Become the main source. Whatever you want to do, you're going to take your phone with you.
100%.
And I mean, like, ChatGPT and AI have come up like insane. And that's honestly taking over. Because if you look at it, like, maybe, okay, let's say 5 years ago compared to today, we didn't have ChatGPT. We had Google, where we can ask, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? But now you go to ChatGPT. Okay, firstly, how do I cook an egg? You go into ChatGPT. You have, like, let's say, for example, questions. What is, okay, for me, Comorientes, I go to ChatGPT for that. Instead of saying, okay, wait, let me open a book. Okay, I try to, like, refrain from using too much AI when it comes to my studies, because at the same time, like, okay, I want to become an attorney, a family law attorney. Let's say I have to face something maybe in court, for example, or I have a client coming to me with a case that deals with their lives. I can't say, okay, wait, give me a second. Let me just open ChatGPT. Let me just ask it, and then I'll let you know. I can't do that. I need to know what to do.
I think AI has fried our sense of common sense, our thought process. I think even in, like, bring it back to home ground, even impromptu discussions, interviews where you don't have that phone in your hand, you just gotta be original and authentic about it. I think a lot of people and kids coming up fail to be able to give that authenticity because we're so used to getting such structured answers from ChatGPT, but when there's a point in time where you can't use the phone, you're fumbling. You're not able to give a clear, precise answer.
Because so I was just thinking about this, right? So I went to Varsity College in first year, now called Emirates, and what I did see was, I think honestly all of the students, they were using ChatGPT for their assignments. And I was thinking, okay, they want to use it for their assignments, and then their tests as well. They were using ChatGPT. I don't know how they managed to do that, but with online tests, but still they use ChatGPT. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, what about when it comes to the final exam? How are you going to write the exam if you don't even really know what you're talking about? You don't really understand the concepts that you're supposed to be learning. So I feel like now it's become such a huge tool where everyone's using it. Kids, adults. That's how it is.
Even advertising.
Yeah. Okay,
Even
that I can agree to. So, like, I'm managing 2 businesses. Of course, I can't mention it on air. But, like, I've been using a lot of AI to help me in certain ways when it comes to advertising. And, like, certain posts, like, asking it to, like, put little outfits on these little girls, using ChatGPT for it to generate that for content. So, AI is everywhere.
I think it's how we use it. How we use it, but we've become so consumed by it because it gives you instantaneous answers and replies. You don't have to use much of thinking.
Indeed, 100%. Now, okay, this all comes up because of the phone. But before we call a phone a criminal, I want to ask a difficult question. Like, now, who opened the door? Because the phone did not walk into our lives by itself. Okay, we bought it, we charged it, we unlocked it, and we carried it everywhere. So the phone may be guilty, but I guess we are not completely innocent.
It was there as a means to assist us, make life easier, but I think we started feeding it. It's like if you starve something, it won't be given that much of importance. But if you continue grabbing for it at every given point, we also feeding into that.
Definitely.
Can we say a little bit of an addiction to our phone to a certain extent?
I would say so.
Technology is there to make life easier. Your phone is there, but it started replacing things. It started replacing the people around us. We'd rather sit and have a conversation with somebody miles away than the person sitting right next to us.
And no, if you think about it, like, even, I mean, a person sitting right next to us. I mean, you're with your family. Are you guys really having conversations when you're on your phone? You're all sitting, okay, we call it family time. We're having family time, yeah.
Congregation with the phone.
Yes.
Congregation with the phone.
Indeed. But yeah, I still, like, okay, if you think about it now, let's say one day phones have disappeared, technology has disappeared, everything has disappeared. The world would go into chaos, 100%. Because I feel like we are programmed in a way to be in a, like, situation where we can't live without our phone. Because, like, in all honesty, I can't.
Even when there's no Wi-Fi service, we're going crazy.
Yes. I don't know if you remember this, but, or this happened to you. I'm pretty sure it happened to everyone. I think it was during the COVID-19 era when we all had to be at home in quarantine. Something went down with WhatsApp, and WhatsApp was not working. For,
I think, a day? Was it an entire day?
Yeah. Yes. And everyone was like in shock and, like, confused, and, like, I saw stories on Instagram getting posted, like, what's going on with WhatsApp? Is it just me? And yeah, WhatsApp went down completely, and I feel like that became really chaotic because people were actually panicking and wondering, okay, why is my WhatsApp not working? I need it. Right. So I think that was absolutely, like, insane at that time.
We forgot what human communication is like.
Yes.
We know what digital communication is like, but we forgot what it's like to take a minute, put the phone away, and just speak to the people around us.
100%. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go into a quick ad break, so we'll see you soon.
This segment is brought to you by Kenfield Auto, your RMI approved service and repair specialist. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport.
Kenfield Auto. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbana innaka jami'un nas liyawmin la rayba fih. Inna Allah la yukhliful mi'ad.
Car won't start?
Kenfield Auto.
Noisy brakes?
Kenfield Auto.
Due for a service?
Kenfield Auto.
Kenfield Auto, the answer to all your car problems. Your service and repair specialist for your VW, Audi, Suzuki, Toyota, or just about any vehicle. Kenfield Auto, your RMI and insurance approved workshop. Follow the red and white board in the passage at 236 Brickfield Road, Overport. Call Shafi on 031 207 2399. Kenfield Auto.
Discover elegance, comfort and modesty at Al-Ansar Shop. Browse our beautiful collection of abayas, scarves, hijabs, kurtas, jibbas and modest fashion for every occasion. From everyday wear to special events, we have styles to suit the entire family. Visit us today and experience quality, affordability and timeless modest fashion. Al-Ansar Shop. Modesty meets style.
Okay, peaceful souls. It is me, Ria Mohamed, back live on Next Gen with our lovely guest, Warisa Mullah. Assalamu alaikum again.
Assalamu wa rahmatullah.
Okay, so now some moments were not stolen. Okay, they were given away. Now, I guess we say that the phones steal our attention, but sometimes that's true. And let's be honest, okay? The phone did not force us to scroll for another hour. The phone did not make us ignore the people sitting beside us. The phone did not physically stop us from opening the Quran, making dhikr, and speaking to our parents or getting enough sleep. Okay, we made those choices. Bad habits repeated over time becomes lifestyles, and lifestyles shape character. So I guess the phone did not really steal every moment, but sometimes those moments were donated. What do you think?
I think I'd like to say every notification that we get, every ping that we get, it's not the phone screaming to you to pick me up.
Yeah.
It's a choice we make to reply instantly or to scroll for endless hours. Every meal that was interrupted by scrolling. So I think the question is, are we victims of technology or participants in our own destruction?
That's a really good question.
So it's like we feeding it, we leaving meal times, family time, salah, Quran. And we all been victims of that at some time.
Yes, yeah.
Adhan goes, no, one more video, one more message to be sent. And shout out to my mom. She always screams at me for that. She's like, salah time, put the phone away. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not a victim of it myself. I am.
I feel like this whole screen time, I guess, is like a baby, where with a baby you have to constantly be feeding it, and then the baby always needs something. And that's kind of like social media, how we're always we're on it, we're going through TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and then we say, I'm gonna go eat dinner, but you take your phone with you because you still need to keep feeding yourself with all the social media. Yeah, you can't put it away. And I guess, I noticed that about myself. I am glued to my phone, but I guess because a lot of what I do is on my phone. With my studies, I'm doing distance learning, so I'm studying online, which, mind you, I don't recommend anyone studying law online. It is horrible, I must say. It's not easy. That's why I'm thinking maybe in my last year I want to go to a university to actually study, or a college to actually study there, and then I'll do my articles and whatnot. That's a topic for another day. But yeah, there's so much to do. You did tell me before we came on air that you were writing one of your exams at that Jewish center, and you saw me there. But Marisa asked me if it was me who was on crutches, because I had actually fallen down the stairs, and I was on crutches, and I had to I hurt my ankle terribly, and I had an ankle brace and whatnot, but I'm okay now, alhamdulillah. Still some pain, but it's okay. But yeah, I honestly told her I wish I saw her, because it would have been lovely to meet her
in person.
Yes, after so long, because I had you on last year, and then
April.
A few times I did ask her if she'd be available to come on, but of course not, because she has school. Well, you have school, and you're teaching little kiddies, and you don't just get time to fit that in your schedule. So that's why I said, let me check. It's holiday time.
Yes.
So yeah, but I'm glad I got you today. Very happy about that. Now, we were talking about phones and children. Now, if the phone is raising our children, where are the adults? Because people say social media is raising Gen Z, and honestly, maybe, but if that is true, then we have to ask another question. Why was social media given the job? Children do not naturally choose the screens over guidance. Some just gave the screen authority. What do you think? Because Because I feel like, as you did mention, there's so much. The kids, they need the phone. It's a pacifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like, okay, now parents are busy, children are busy, families are busy. Everyone is connected to the Wi-Fi. So few people are connected to each other. If a child feels more understood by a creator online than people in their own home, we cannot really, I guess, only blame the algorithm.
We gave them access to the phone. They're children. They're children. We fed that access to them. We gave it with I think there's a new thing when your parents upgrade their phones. We kind of give them the ones that we don't use anymore. So it's a common thing. So it's the adult in the home that needs to take responsibility. I'm not saying cut them off completely, but I think there was something called screen time. There needs to be a limitation. Give them that time. You're not saying isolate them completely. You give them the time, but also filter what they're watching.
Yeah.
Like you made a statement about getting guidance from influencers or whatever it is, wherever they sourcing out this from. The guidance can be either directed in a good way
or a bad way,
or in a bad way. And then sometimes you hear them saying these weird things, whether it's at school or home. I mean, there was an era of 6, 7.
I was just gonna say that.
All I heard.
And then this whole sort of thing with skibbity toilet, or I don't know, some weird things. And I'm thinking, where's this all coming from? Because I mean, when I was their age, that was not there.
No.
It was so different.
And everybody needs to say it to sound cool. So if I don't watch the video and understand what it is,
you're not cool.
You're not cool. So I think that also is another point, that phones and social media has become more like a who's cooler, who knows the latest trend. So if I can say it first, and you know I watched it first. So it also becomes like a ranking thing. Oh, I know this and you don't know that. So it also feeds them into like, I also need a phone. I also need to keep up with the latest trends. So that's also something to point out as well.
Yeah, it's like more about, as you said, what you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm better than you because I know this.
I know this.
And I mean, how did that 6-7 thing come up? Because I've heard, honestly, so many kids saying, oh, 6-7. Oh my god,
the whole hand
I feel
action.
so cringy doing that. I'm not going to lie and saying this, but yeah. Now I wonder, like, how do these things develop? How do they come up? How do they become a craze? Because like in my head, like when I'm hearing this whole 6-7 thing, I'm like, I don't understand it. Like, it doesn't even sound cool. Tobeka, where do you think that came from? She does want to but we'd like to hear your voice. She said she can't speak, unfortunately. Okay, well, yeah. So I really don't understand how so many of these things have developed over time. I mean, when I was 13, I was playing with Barbie dolls. I was still playing with dolls. In fact, okay, sad story. I went to madrasa the one day, and anyway, the mu'allima asked me like what I do after school. Then I told her I play with Barbie dolls. Worst thing I ever said, because she eventually told the whole class that I go home and I play with Barbie dolls, and everyone laughed at me, and it was horrible. And then that was the day my childhood ended, when I was like, I'm never playing with dolls ever again. So yeah, but what grade do you teach, by the way?
I teach Islamic across the board, and form class for a foundation phase. Okay,
then obviously I guess kids love playing with Barbies.
No, they're not playing with Barbies, I can assure you.
Oh wait, but what I also realize is with this generation, the new one, even like 5-year-olds, they're not into like playing with Barbies or things that we used to do, where we used to color with chalk on the floors, climb trees, play with loom bands. There were so many things.
When you ask the kids what these are, they don't know what you're talking about.
They don't.
But they know the phone way better than you do.
Yeah. And like what I was also thinking about is, okay, I don't know if you know what's Tekalani Sesame.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah.
I watched that.
So stuff like that. I mean, we had that when we were younger, but now there's Cocomelon and Baby Finn and all these other cartoons or educational series. When we had Takalani Sesame, Cool Cats, we used to watch that. That was our era.
There was no DSTV at that time.
And I mean, with these kids, you can't even ask them like, oh, do you want to watch Takalani Sesame? And they'd be like, what is that? I don't know, I've never heard of that. No thank you, I'm happy with Cocomelon. So yeah. Now, okay, if the algorithm became a teacher, Who left the classroom empty? What do you think toward that? If the algorithm became a teacher, who left the classroom empty?
Oh. That is a good one.
Yeah, it's quite deep. I feel like a lot of what we see on social media is basically teaching kids. If you see, instead of a child going onto, coming to you and asking you a question about their homework, they go onto, ChatGPT or Google, or go even onto TikTok. Because, with me, for example, at this age, I'll be confused about something, or I want to know something, but normal things, and instead of asking someone about it or reading a book, one of the manuals about something, I go into TikTok. And TikTok gives you everything.
Even the steps in between before the final answer.
Yes. Even ChatGPT. If I'm confused about something, need to make something work, want to cook something, I'm on ChatGPT. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? Can you give me a step-by-step instruction on how I can do this? But yeah. Now, we confuse connection with relationship. Okay, so we are the most connected generation in history. You are Gen Z, correct, as well?
No.
Wait.
I'm millennial.
You're a millennial?
Yes.
See, and I didn't know that because you look very young.
I take that as a compliment, but no, I'm very much millennial. That's why I said there was no DSTV at that time.
Yeah.
It was just SABC 1, 2, 3, and ETV, and that was just about it.
And same with me. Even though I am Gen Z, born in 2005, that was how it was for us. We didn't have DSTV and all these crazy things now. So I feel like we kind of fit into the same generation when it came to certain things. But the new Gen completely different, who are you? So I guess this generation, maybe I would say the later millennial and early Gen Z, we are the most connected in history currently. Actually no, I'm mistaking myself. I guess I basically grew up into social media. So wait, when did you get your first phone? How old are you?
I think I was 17. It was after matric.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was, I think BBM was a thing.
I got my first phone when I was 13. But before that, my brother, so I have a twin brother, and we were not really, we allowed screen time, but we couldn't use a phone, our parents' phone or an iPad or laptop as much as we wanted. So we only ended up getting a phone once we were done with school. So, grade 7. And then I remember once we were going to grade 8, we managed to get our first phones. That was a Huawei P20 Lite.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do remember BBM because my parents used to use that. And I used to message whoever on BBM on their
It was just a 60 rand bundle, and that was just about
Blackberry.
Yes, that was just about it.
Yes. And then, so I got my first phone, and then I started using it. And then, of course, we all get addicted to having phones. But when I mean I guess we're the most connected generation in history is because we've grown into this era. We've seen it from the start to the present. So it's not even where other kids are seeing it as it goes along. We saw it from the beginning. Right. So we're so connected, but loneliness continues to grow. Now, how is that possible? Because the reaction is not a relationship. It's a view is not a concern, a like is not love, and a follower is not a friend. And many of us stopped checking on people and started checking, their stories. We know what people ate for lunch. We know, but we don't know who, if they are actually coping, if they're actually okay. Because what I also see on social media is completely curated. A lot of maybe influencers or celebrities are posting about their luxury life, about what they're doing here and there, how they're building their lives. But behind closed doors, they are in their bathrooms crying. They have maybe self-esteem issues, but they have to put on a facade showing people that, no, I'm a strong person. I know what I'm doing. I know who I am. But behind closed doors,
it's a different story.
It's completely different.
I think it's validation. Like you said, communication over validation. There's a bit of a line there. like you said, we stop communicating with people and we'd rather check the views, check the likes. And it's like, I need to be seen.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk to you. I just need to be seen by the masses. And the higher my followers, more followers, more likes, more views means I'm being seen. I'm being validated by people rather than communicating with the people right near you, right next to you.
Definitely.
So it's this rush and run for validation by people that sometimes don't really matter.
Yes.
As harsh as that sounds, but it's from people that don't really matter.
Yeah, but it's true. It's really true. I mean, okay, what I was also thinking is when it comes to, well, as I mentioned, like, there's a lot of influencers and celebrities posting about their high-end lives and how confident they are, but behind closed doors they aren't. And then I guess that kind of corrupts children's minds when they go, well, young teens, they see, I mean, let's say someone being so confident doing something, they tell their parents, I want to do this too. I want this, I want that. To live a life like that person whose life is completely curated because they're not even that same exact person behind closed doors, behind the phone, behind social media. And I mean, well, there's a lot of that going on, wanting to be someone who you're not and expecting to live a certain life that's not meant for you. But yeah.
Again, it's a picture that's painted and we believe what we see, and children are impressionable. They're so young, they feel that that's what life needs to be. That's what life needs to look like.
Yeah.
When it's not, they say, how does the famous cliche goes? All that glitters is not necessarily gold.
Yeah.
So what we see, it's not what life really is. There's no value, there's no meaning, there's just emptiness. But I think we need to teach our kids that it's far beyond what you see.
I get that 100%. I agree with that. Now, do you think, I guess, the algorithm is more like designed to keep our attention?
We feeding it. We watching certain things, liking certain things. So they're feeding off what interests us best. And they're just giving back to us what we like the most.
Yeah, it's
so
like it studies us.
Yes, it does. Inevitably, it studies us and it keeps you gripped. So when you hit that button on Instagram or TikTok or whatever other social media site it is, we were once viewing specific things or searching for specific things, and then it feeds off that and it starts kicking back whatever you liked, and it starts every post that you get, every podcast that you get comes up, and then you just keep on going with it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it literally studies us. I mean, it learns from our clicks, our pauses, it learns from our habits. But I guess we have to remember that this algorithm always learns from us. Like, every swipe teaches it, every click trains it, and every minute strengthens it. So I guess if the algorithm knows us better than ever before, it's because we keep teaching it who we are. And that's why it's so weird, because like the one day I was feeling sad about something, well, about like my brother's accident, because he met up in a motorcycle accident, and alhamdulillah he's doing much better now. But I was just like thinking about it, and then all of a sudden I go onto TikTok, and then there are sad things about motorcycles coming up, and I'm like, I don't want to see this. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to watch any of this. But yeah, it learns every detail about us.
It does.
And it's weird, like everything you think about, it's there somehow. And I actually don't really understand it and how that works, and how the algorithm just knows. Maybe it's from, I can't even say like the last thing I watched, because sometimes it's never about like, okay, I'm watching something or I search something and then it knows. It like knows when I think about it.
It's like an interconnected system.
Yes, like how does that work? That's very interesting. Now, the biggest issue, I guess, if you're going to think about it, it's not really technology, right? The biggest issue is our attention. So like in Islam, our time is an amanah. Our hearts are an amanah. Our families are an amanah. Our salah is an amanah. And the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that there are two blessings that many people are deceived into losing, which is health and free time. So I guess how we spend our attention shows what we value. If our phones get our first look in the morning, or our last look at night, and our best focus during the day, then we need to ask ourselves, who is really shaping our hearts? Because attention is not just where your eyes go. Attention is where your life goes. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to go into a quick ad break. I'll see you soon.
When disaster strikes, families lose everything in an instant. Homes destroyed, communities displaced. Hope fades into uncertainty. Our Global Emergency Fund ensures we respond without delay, delivering food, water, shelter, and healthcare to families in need. To support our Global Emergency Fund, visit islamicrelief.org.za.
Radio Al Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the Complaints Committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willowton. Your input helps us serve you better.
اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين على أرض فلسطين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين على أرض فلسطين. اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المرابطين على أرض فلسطين. اللهم شد أزرهم وسدد رميهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم الطف بإخواننا في كل مكان يذكر فيه اسمك يا أرحم الراحمين. استنصروك يا الله فانصرهم. اللهم ارحم الضعفاء والفقراء والمساكين والأيتام والنازحين والمشردين والأسرى يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم أنج المستضعفين من المسلمين في فلسطين. اللهم كن لهم عونا ونصيرا. اللهم كن لإخواننا المرابطين في المسجد الأقصى. اللهم كن لهم ولا تكن عليهم. اللهم فرج همهم، نفس كربهم، داوي جرحاهم، عاف مبتلاهم، اشف مرضاهم، ارحم موتاهم، تقبل شهداءهم.
Okay, beautiful souls, it is me, Ria Mohamed, back live on Action with our lovely warrior Samullah. Assalamu alaikum once again.
Assalam wa rahmatullah.
Now, we are back and we were talking about the algorithm versus the people. Now, the phone is guilty. I guess we all agree on that. But only blaming the phone is like blaming junk food while refusing to stop eating it, okay? Now, the phone is designed to tempt us, but temptation and responsibility are not the same thing, because the phone may create distractions, but we decide whether they become priorities. So, ladies and gentlemen, the phone is not innocent, but neither are we. Parents are on trial, young people are on trial, families are on trial, communities are on trial, because every day we complain that we do not have enough time, yet somehow we always have time to scroll. The real battle is not for our phones, but the real battle is for our attention. And attention is one of the most valuable things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has entrusted us with, right? So before you ask whether the phone is controlling your life, ask yourself, when you unlock your phone, are you choosing it, or is it choosing you? So the phone did not steal every moment. Some moments were donated. And I think that is very, very deep. Very, very true and constructive. Now, I wanted to point something out, okay, when it comes to children and how they're becoming so used to, instantly looking up answers that they're struggling with and thinking and responding on the spot. So like in a school setting, in fact, we spoke about this on WhatsApp, and I think you should touch on this, where during an impromptu class discussion, a teacher asks for opinions or explanations without prior notice. And instead of relying on their own knowledge, reasoning, or communication skills, some learners immediately want to reach for their phones to search on Google or ask ChatGPT.
Definitely. I think it shows in the manner in which they speak as well. You ask impromptu questions, whether it's on a life orientation topic, whether it's something more self-related. They are unable to give you an answer just from the top of their head. It's so common for them if they have any question, like you stated earlier, homework, assignments, everything is just AI. But when it's exam time, when it's time to give an opinion or an assessment based without the phone, they are unable to perform adequately enough.
That is 100% true. I mean, as a result, I guess, these kids may find it difficult to form their own ideas,
100%.
Articulate their own thoughts or confidently, participate in a spontaneous conversation, because they are so addicted to saying, okay, let me check what ChatGPT says.
Their sense of socialization becomes minimized. They are unable to have a constructive conversation with the people around them, because all they know is their head in their phones. Whether it's chat language, whether it's just liking something, they are unable to converse with the people around them adequately enough.
Definitely. And I mean, I feel like kids now, with the phones, they can have a conversation with someone, like a long, proper conversation with someone. But when it comes to having that same conversation in person, it's like, I can't do this. No, like, this is not for me. So I guess the concern isn't too much that ChatGPT or online research is like really bad, but they can be incredibly useful for learning. Rather, it's about ensuring students to like also develop essential skills like critical thinking, independent problem solving, speaking confidently without preparation, let's say like forming and defending their own opinions, as you did mention, forming opinions, and recalling and applying knowledge in real time. So I guess a major issue that we're seeing in schools is that many learners struggle to contribute to impromptu classroom discussions without first reaching for their phones to search online using AI tools like ChatGPT. While technology is a valuable learning aid, where students also need opportunities to develop their confidence and the ability to think critically, communicate clearly, and respond independently in that moment. So I guess it highlights a growing challenge in education, which is finding the right balance between using technology and learning as a tool and maintaining the ability to think and communicate without relying on it.
I think it's the balance. You need to know when to stop. You need to know when to stop. Yes, it can be used as a means of attaining knowledge, deepening your knowledge, but then it starts to consume you, and then everything that you do is just directed towards the phone. So 100%. As much as it's a learning tool and an assistive tool, there also comes a pause that I also need to apply myself. Just put it aside for a bit and apply yourself. But like I said, it becomes more difficult because it's all we know. It's all we depend on.
100%. Well, I think we're going to end off today. I wanted to say Jazakallah for coming on. It was absolutely lovely talking to you again, and I hope we can do this again, inshallah.
Inshallah. Jazakallah so much for having me.
Thank you. Now, I will be seeing you guys next week, Thursday, the 9th of July, inshallah, from 2 to 3 p.m. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Radio Al-Ansar.
इश्क नबी इश्क नबी नबी 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 इश्क के रंग में रंग जाओ मेरे यार इश्क के रंग में रंग जाओ मेरे यार